Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Storytime. We're going to go ahead and sing our opening song, and then we will get started for the day. So, we clap our hands, hello. We clap our hands, hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap our hands, hello. We wave our hands, hello. We wave our hands, hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave our hands, hello. All right, guys, if you take a look over to my right, you can see that we are joined by Duck and Goose this morning, and they've told me that today is National Rubber Duck Day. So in honor of that day, we are going to read some books today about ducks, regular ducks and rubber ducks, and ducks in a truck, and might even have a goose in one of the stories too, for good old Goose here. So we're going to go ahead and get started right now. Duck and Goose, written and illustrated by Tad Hills. Oh my, what is that? Duck quacked. That's a silly question, Goose honked. It's a big egg, of course. Of course it's an egg, I know that, huffed Duck. What I mean is, where did it come from? Goose looked skyward. He looked to the river. He looked to the fields. He thought very hard. Who are you? He asked finally. I, said Duck, puffing out his feather chest, am the one whose egg this is. I saw it first. Goose quickly raised one webbed foot. It's mine. I touched it first. Hey, you should never put your dirty foot on an egg, Duck scolded. Don't you know anything about caring for eggs? Yes, I do, Goose cried out. Stop yelling, Duck yelled, then whispered forcefully. Don't you know that you and your screaming are very likely disturbing the baby bird who was trying to take a snooze inside this egg? Goose wished that Duck wasn't right. He lowered his head and whispered softly, I'm very sorry. Go back to sleep in there. My, that's quite a beauty you have, called a bluebird from across the river. Thank you, it's mine, quacked Duck. Actually, it's mine, honked Goose. Thank you. So, asked Duck, what do we do now? We should do something, suggested Goose. Yes, you're right, good thinking, agreed Duck. Like what? Duck and Goose each thought. Well, we must keep the egg warm until the fuzzy little occupant is ready to come out, said Goose. Excellent idea, exclaimed Duck. He pushed past Goose. Step aside and I shall do just that. But Goose was quick too. After a flurry of fussing, grunting and groaning, slipping and sliding, honking and quacking, Duck and Goose found themselves back to back. Scoot over, I don't have any room, complained Duck. You are much closer to me than I am to you. Stop yelling in my ear, Goose. Shh, Goose hushed, pointing at the round thing beneath them. Yes, we must remember. Quiet, quiet, quiet. We mustn't disturb the little one. And so they sat, very still and very quiet, waiting. For a long time they waited. They listened to the crickets chirp and the frogs burp. I'm going to teach this baby bird to quack like a duck, Duck boasted. Well, I'm going to teach it how to honk like a goose, Goose honked back. I'm going to teach this baby bird to waddle, Goose added. So am I, Duck said. They heard the pitter-patter of the rain. I'm going to teach this baby bird to swim, Duck said. Me too, said Goose. To pass the time, they sniffed wildflowers in the warm sun and shared breadcrumbs while Goose taught Duck to honk. They watched the sun set in the sky and Duck taught Goose to quack. They counted the stars in the night sky. "Let's teach our baby to fly," said Goose. "Good idea," said Duck. "I'm sure our baby will be a fast learner," said Duck. "If it takes after you and me, I'm sure you're right," agreed Goose. Together they waited until, "Did you feel that, Duck?" Duck nodded. "Yes, did you feel that, Goose?" Goose nodded. "It's time, Goose, it's time," Duck squawked. Quickly, Duck slid down and started running in circles around their egg. "What should we do now?" he hollered. "I think we should remain calm," Goose yelled back. "Excuse me," a little voice called out. Duck stopped. In all the exciting confusion, he had failed to notice the blue bird kicking their egg. "Can I play too?" she asked. "Play? This is no time for play," yelled Duck. "This is no time for games," yelled Goose. "And what's with the kicking?" "I was only trying to get your attention," said the little bird. "Well, you got it," Duck huffed. "False alarm, Goose. Back to work." "Can't you see that we're very busy here?" Goose explained to the bluebird. "This is serious business. This is perhaps the most important moment of our lives." "Oh my, I'm sorry," apologized the bluebird. "I had no idea. I just thought maybe I could play with your ball. It's a really nice one," she added, and then she flew away. Goose gulped. "Did she say ball?" he whispered to Duck. "You know, I did have my doubts," Duck finally said. "It's a bit squishier than most eggs I've seen." "Yes, and I must say I was somewhat suspicious of those big dots," Goose admitted. "It may not be a big egg, but it is lovely," said Duck. "Oh, absolutely, Duck," Goose agreed. "It's a keeper." As the crickets chirped, the frogs burped, and the grass swayed in a gentle breeze, Goose quacked and Duck honked, and their ball bounced, rolled, and sometimes even flew. That is the end. Ducks Away by Mim Fox and Judy Horchak. One fine day, a mother duck waddled onto a bridge. A fluffy yellow duckling followed right behind her. Actually, it was two little ducks. No, it was three little ducks. Wait, it was four little ducks. What? It was five little ducks. Except just then, a sudden gust of wind swept the last little duck right into the river below. "Oh no," quacked Mother Duck. "What should I do? Where should I go? With four on the bridge and one below." One of the other little ducks decided to take a look, and he toppled into the river below. "Oh no," quacked Mother Duck. "What should I do? Where should I go? With three on the bridge and two below." Then another little duck peered over the edge, and she toppled into the river below. "Oh no," quacked Mother Duck. "What should I do? Where should I go? With two on the bridge and three below." Then another little duck peeked over the edge, and she toppled into the river below. "Oh no," quacked Mother Duck. "What should I do? Where should I go? With one on the bridge and four below." Then the last little duck foolishly lost his footing, and he tumbled into the river as well. Mother Duck looked down. The five little ducks looked up. "Right," said Mother Duck. I know what to do, and I know where to go. I'll have to fly down to the river below. She stepped slightly forward, and she stepped slightly back. The 5 little ducks said, quack, quack, quack. Then the first little duck said, Mom, go with the flow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And Mother Duck flew to the river below. Quack, said the 5 little ducks. You're back. And that is the end. Truck Full of Ducks by Ross Barach. Thanks for calling Truck Full of Ducks. We'll be right there. Munch, munch, munch. Oh no, the directions. Don't worry, ducks. We'll find the customer. Did you call for a truck full of ducks? Not me. I called for a mail truck. Did you call for a truck full of ducks? Duck truck? Not me, buddy. I called for a dump truck. Did you call for a duck truck full of ducks? No, dude, not us. We called for an ice cream truck. Who called for a truck full of ducks? Did you call for a truck full of ducks? Arr, it wasn't me, matey. I called for a truck full of crackers, not quackers. Did you call for a truck full of ducks? Sorry, Earthling, I called for a tow truck. 30,000 light years away, huh? This is gonna cost you. Who called for a truck full of ducks? Hurry up, ducks. Back in the truck. The clock is ticking. Did you call for a truck full of ducks? Ah, no more ducks. I called for a duck removal truck. Hey, Walter. Hi, Fred. Did anyone call for a truck full of ducks? The deep, dark woods. Did you say truck full of ducks? That was me. Over here. Okay, ducks, out of the truck. See, I told you not to worry. Perfect timing. My dinner. Is over. Time for my bath. Bath time gig, Stan. You know it, Frank. A van full of toucans and a truck full of ducks. And that is the end. Thanks for calling Truck Full of Ducks. We'll be right there. 10 Little Rubber Ducks by Eric Carle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chuggity, chuggity, chuck goes the rubber duck machine. Out pop little yellow rubber ducks, one after the other, one after the other. The little rubber ducks are painted, bills red and eyes blue. Then they're packed into a box and off they go. To be loaded onto a cargo ship. "Hello," calls the captain. The captain and his cargo ship are taking the little rubber ducks across the wide sea to faraway countries, to faraway countries. Suddenly, a storm churns the water into big waves. A strong wind whistles across the sea, whistles across the sea. A big wave lifts up one of the boxes and throws it into the water. The box opens and 10 little rubber ducks fall out. 10 rubber ducks overboard," shouts the captain. 10 rubber ducks overboard. After some time, the storm calms down. The 10 little rubber ducks bob in the big wide sea. As far as one can see, only water and sky, water and sky. The 10 little rubber ducks begin to drift apart. The first little rubber duck drifts west. A dolphin jumps over it. The second little rubber duck drifts east. A seal barks at it. The third little rubber duck drifts north. A polar bear growls at it. The fourth little rubber duck drifts south. A flamingo stares at it. The fifth little rubber duck drifts to the left. A pelican chatters at it. The sixth little rubber duck drifts to the right. A turtle glides past it. The seventh little rubber duck drifts up. An octopus blinks at it. The eighth little rubber duck drifts down. A seagull screeches at it. The ninth little rubber duck drifts this way. A whale sings to it. The 10th little rubber duck drifts that way, bobbing and floating on the big wide sea. The sun is setting, it's getting dark. As far as one can see, only water and sky, water and sky. The next morning, the 10th little rubber duck meets a mother duck and her ducklings. "Quack," says the mother duck. "Quack, quack, quack, quack," say the ducklings. At the end of the day, the sun sets again. It's getting dark. The mother duck and her ducklings swim toward their nest. The little rubber duck floats along with them. "Good night," says the moon. "Quack," says the mother duck. "Quack, quack, quack," say the ducklings. "Squeak," says the little rubber duck. And that is the end. So while we were away, Duck and Goose decided to remind me that today is also National Sticker Day. So enjoy your stickers, but please use them responsibly. So we're going to go ahead and sing our closing song, and I'm going to see if I can find some more stickers because Duck and Goose used all of theirs up. So we wave our hands goodbye. We wave our hands goodbye with our friends at Storytime. We wave our hands goodbye. You guys have a good day, whether it's with your rubber duck or your stickers, or maybe both. And we will see you next